So continuing with our dirt coverage, I obviously had a couple of runs there looking at the different views. Now we go on to a clean run. Obviously I go back to my bonnet view, which is where I'm most comfortable, along with a couple of replays. So check this out. So now I'm actually going to concentrate for a moment, see if I can put together a decent section for you guys. Again, a lot of focus needed. Braking earlier than you expect for some of these. Putting my foot down there. Coming up to a heavy braking zone. Again, respecting it a bit more this time. Gradual on the power. A lot more speed there if you can get the back end out early. Get on the power. Keep the slide going. Into another braking zone here. Always difficult to know when to brake on some of these surfaces. You know, the gravel's going to be a bit looser, the car's going to slide a bit more under braking. Car's gone a bit wide. Doesn't matter though, pulled it back in there. Braking before we get onto the tarmac, balancing the car. It's this tricky corner here before we go over the bridge. Just about making it around there. That was probably a handbrake turn, but we managed it. Just over the finish line and a clean section there to go. Okay, so a clean section then, much better. Obviously bags of time to find there. You know, I wasn't getting the car into some of the apexes, I wasn't on the power when I should have been, I was tentative on some areas. The car at the moment is very twitchy on the front end and you're kind of all over the place a bit with it, and that, dare I say, it's because of the power of the car. It's my oversensitivity with the pad, but also, you know, like I say, this is a very early version, so it's not representative of the final build that you guys are actually going to play. But enough of my rambling, check out these replays. So look at the replay of that run. Replay's looking good so far as well. Showing the environments, the car modelling, really nice reflections, detail on there. I like to give it a very visceral camera feel. And it'll be nice to see these stages in different times of day. Obviously it's not going to be dynamic, but you know, seeing the rain and different weather conditions will look fantastic. And then of course there's night driving as well. There's the man running out the way there, just making it. Alas, you can't hit the people, which is a bit of a shame because you always want to target that photographer who leans just a little bit too far. YouTube fans know what I'm talking about. Nice low down view there as well. We should probably have a quick look at that. Again, loads more speed in there. I mean, I was probably about 15 seconds off where you will be, just by virtue of the fact that you've got to learn the section. Went wide there. Of course, that enabled me to pull it in latter half of the corner, but once you learn the slides, you can get in really tight to those apexes. Again, here the control changes once you hit the tarmac. To say it's arcade-like, as you know, was mentioned in a recent interview by one of the developers, is it doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. You still need a lot of common sense when controlling the game. Just having a look at that again from the low cam here as well. You can see a lot of the detail, ground, motion blur, lots of detail in the gravel, how they've moved the Ego engine forward. Fantastic to see. Great feeling of speed from this view. Probably a little bit lower than your driving position, of course, but speed freaks out there who really want to feel some speed. It feels like you're going at about 200 miles an hour in this view. Of course, again, this isn't necessarily representative of the rally mode. The car is doing a fair old whack down this section in particular. nice speed. Holding the apex on the inside. Again, full speed here. Braking for the corner. You never really know how it's going to slide in, if the car's going to understeer or oversteer into that pole. Again, braking early, getting close to the pole, but I could have got the back end out there, got on the power earlier, so there's bags more speed around that corner. Onto the tarmac, came off the power, a little bit tentative. Where's the grip? Again, braking a little bit late there. That's that apex I was missing. You want to brake earlier than that, obviously, and of course that's just experience of the game. It's getting a feel for each sort of texture, but you can see how, you know, the different surfaces really have a massive impact on the car and its performance. Again, braking too late there. You want to get nice and tight. That would have been a handbrake, would have been lovely, but we made it round over the bridge, full speed, commit to that. Braking again. How much grip is there? Not far from the limit, trying to oversteer onto the inside, made it through, and that's the end of the stage. So first thoughts then, very positive indeed, looking good, fun to play, better than I was expecting in some respects, but that's enough of the Trailblazer. The next video now is going to look closely at the Gymkhana mode, and for the first time someone's really having a hands-on and showing you how to do it, and again I'll be showing you my mistakes and ups and downs as I learn that mode. It's certainly very challenging and will take a lot of time to learn, but check out my other videos now and onto Gymkhana.